Facebook's newly introduced Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, also known as ASC, is getting a lot of attention from the e-com advertising community as many advertisers are seeing stronger ROAS performance with ASC. In fact, according to a recent study published by Facebook, advertisers using Advantage Plus shopping campaigns are seeing a 32% improvement in ROAS. Now, if you're skeptical about Facebook and their studies, A, I don't blame you, and B, take my word for it, it works. I ran a recent test with an e-com client and witnessed a 69% increase in ROAS in only 7 days. So in this video, I want to show you the details of that test, as you likely want to know if it's worth running an Advantage Plus shopping campaign for your client and if your business or client is a good candidate. So when I started working with this e-com client, they were actually unaware that Advantage shopping campaigns was a thing. So they were running standard sales / conversion optimized campaigns, which were doing actually pretty well. They were able to scale it pretty well. And then one of the things I identified was that they weren't using any catalog ads, what was formerly called dynamic ads, and ASC is a variation of that. And so once we turned on the campaign, after 7 days, we saw we were getting more sales, a lower cost per lead, lower cost per action, and therefore higher ROAS. So it was a 69% improvement with Advantage shopping campaigns. Now, what's essential to know about this campaign is that the business has 4 different products that they're selling on their website. They previously were not using catalog ads, also known as formerly as dynamic ads. And then for the conversion campaign that was running, it was a tried and true campaign. They were doing detailed targeting with a couple of interests that had traditionally worked very well. Their audience sizes were pretty big. They were plus 30 million. And this was a side-by-side test because the founder of this company didn't want to do the split test because his previous campaigns were doing so well. So it was easier to test side by side. The one caveat there is that there is possibility that some people saw ads for both campaigns. So it's not a perfect A/B test. And we ran this for 7 days. Now, if you are trying to figure out if you should be running ASC, one of the most important things to note is the difference between Advantage Plus shopping campaigns and Advantage catalog ads, which can be quite confusing. So what is the difference? Well, Advantage catalog ads, formerly known as dynamic ads with DABA or DPA, which means dynamic ads for broad audiences, and dynamic product ads for retargeting, they're both powered by your catalog. So they're the same technology, they're the same capability. And in fact, when you go to create an Advantage Plus shopping campaign or catalog ads, it's essentially the same thing. The difference is that the traditional way, the Advantage catalog ads, that is a manual build. And the new way, Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, it's an automatic. So there's predefined settings and you have dynamic creative built in. Let me give you a quick example. So I'm here in the Facebook Ads Manager UI and I've clicked on, create a campaign, and I go down here to sales. And as you can see, it says this is good for conversions, but also you have catalog sales here. So if I click on sales and I hit continue, it's then going to ask me to choose a campaign setup. So it's saying Advantage Plus shopping campaign on top, manual control on the bottom. Now you might be thinking, hey, if all these businesses are seeing such great result with Advantage Plus shopping campaign, the automatic version of this campaign, why would I even have to, do a manual version? Well, there's some businesses like larger companies that they have separate lines of businesses. They have thousands, hundreds of thousands of products, and they want the high level customization that a manual Advantage catalog ads campaign offers versus the automated functionality of Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, which is gonna have predefined settings already selected for you. Now, another thing worth noting is that with Advantage Plus shopping campaigns, you by default subscribe to DCO or dynamic creative optimization, which is basically Facebook can create a permutation of different combination of ads using your catalog. So you don't have to create these ads manually. Facebook's just gonna take your assets and it's gonna mix and match different formats and it's gonna find what works best. Now you also have the ability to do this with a regular manual build using Advantage catalog ads. The only difference is that with ASC, this is just by default. You can't uncheck this, basically. So should you be using ASC? Yes, you probably should, especially if you have multiple products. The more the better. If you don't have a lot of products, like if you have 1 or 2 products, it doesn't even make sense because the whole point of this is to use a catalog of products. You're also going to see better results if you're currently not using Advantage catalog ads, or what's called DABA, which is called Dynamic Ads for Broad Audiences, which that's the prospecting capability of Advantage shopping campaigns and of DABA. Now, if you're already doing that, if you're running catalog ads, and you're basically only using the dynamic ads for retargeting, if you use ASC, you will get a benefit. Just keep in mind that if you're running retargeting campaigns and you turn on ASC, there could be some overlap with your retargeting campaign. So I want to show you something that's essential when you're building these campaigns so you don't mess this up. So one of the things that is critical when you're building an Advantage Plus shopping campaign, because of the fact that it can do prospecting, but it could also potentially retarget existing customers that have been to your website, and potentially you might be separately targeting in a retargeting campaign. You have this ability here to do what's called audience type breakdown, which then lets you import your existing customer list. So you can click on this, edit in account settings, and as long as you have the right permissions, over here on the right hand side, you're going to be able to import your current customer lists so that you can make sure that there's minimal overlap with those audiences. So there you have it, guys. If you've been thinking about doing an Advantage Plus shopping campaign, advertisers are seeing great performance with it, and this is probably the best time to test it for your business to see if you're getting any results, especially if you have a lot of products on your website. But what are your thoughts on Advantage Plus shopping? Have you considered testing it? Have you had any success with it? Is there a reason why you wouldn't want to do it? Drop me a comment below, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.